Okay, people have been asking me what foam looks like. So we finally had an electrolyzer here in the shop that is foaming. So if you look here, you can see that it looks like dish soap. And the bubbles will just continue to rise until the foam reaches the top, and then it will actually come out the hose here, and lye actually can ride out of the machine on that foam. That foam is not normal, it's not what we want, and at this point the machine needs to be completely cleaned out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is clean the machine, and since we have foaming, that means the electrolyte is contaminated, so we have to actually get rid of the electrolyte. We just take the machine, and this is how we do a maintenance cleaning. So in this particular case, the rubber had gotten destroyed, so we had to use the Teflon tape in order to seal. Just making a note of that. The tower cap. We happen to have a plastic bucket that we just dump it in. You can dump it in a pot or down the sink. Since you're not even worried about this electrolyte, we're just dumping it to dispose of it anyway. You can just dump it straight down the sink. The lye solution is 100% environmentally compatible and is actually essentially like soap, hand soap. So it's not really caustic, and it's actually good for the drains and stuff. They use lye for drain cleaner. Obviously at a much greater concentration, but it's environmentally compatible. Actually, it can be made from wood ashes, and so every time there's a fire in the woods, the ashes of the wood, as soon as the rain comes down, it washes the lye out into the rivers and lakes and stuff. It's a natural occurring phenomenon in nature. Yeah, we'll be back once we get this drained. So this electrolyzer was in need of a cleaning anyway. Now usually we would save the electrolyte solution, but we're looking at the this is the natural stuff that comes out of the electrolyzer, and it's why you want to trade it out. We'll just take it all down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of just pouring down the sink, we use the bucket, because then we can see what's going on. So you can see if there's any crap. So we'll just rinse that out. Yep. Going to turn on the hot so it gets good and hot while we're waiting for the thing to drain. So now we're just filling up with essentially hot water, as hot as we can get.
Yep.
And we use about a quart of water, 3/4 of a quart to a quart, because we don't want the mixture to get entirely too full. In fact, I can see that the ball is stuck, so that's one of the things that'll clear up in this. When you pour the hot water in and you rinse the machine, then it frees the ball. Okay, so then we lift the machine on one end, and then on the other end. The idea being that we will have the liquid level go up and down in that sight tube as it's hot, and eventually the hot water will free the ball. And it may take several of these rinses.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the liquid level coming out. Okay, we're good. Raise the bath. So we'll do the front a few more times.
Not as much, but still.
Yeah. Just keep doing it because we still have some sludge coming out anyway.
Yeah.
So we would just continue doing this until the sludge was gone in any case in a normal rinsing. So we just keep it running a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it hot. That's good then.
That ball's slowly moving.
Yep, the ball freed. I just got to get the rest of this stuff out of the site too. There's still a little bit of cloudiness down in the bottom there, see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually see the soap formation clearing up in there as the hot water dissolves it. That's good. Very good. Doing good. So this is the machine had foaming, and foam is caused by an oil. Oil gets in the machine, or contamination of some sort like that, but usually an oil. And the oil causes foaming. The oil also causes soap formation when oil and lye combine to cause soap. And that's what the kind of crystallization that we're noticing in the side tube is the soap had formed in the side tube and made the balls stick. And we can now see the little bits of soap still in there. It's almost like foaming down there in the bottom. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can see it now sitting on the foam. Well, next time you fill it, you'll see that foam rising in there. There's less now than there was, and there'll be less and less each time you fill it. Again, you want to put hot water in the machine. It doesn't need to be boiling hot water like if you boil on the stove. We don't want it to be that hot because you can melt the plastic inside the machine. But hot tap water, as hot as you can get, or equivalent, is good. So the side tube itself is mostly clear now, and the foam has started to rise and fall on this side too. There we go. So the liquid level and the ball are not the same just yet. See, the liquid level's up here and the ball is here. The ball's just kind of riding on that wet foam is still there. So the ball still has a little bit of lye crystals on it that makes it a little heavier than the liquid level. There, it's doing better. Each time it's doing better.